inside data center, how connectivity works, how they work inside a data center connection, how complex or how simple it is. Keeping that in mind, I prepared a small video. This is basically switching, which include firewalls and up to the WAN point of a data center, and it include interconnectivity between data centers as well. So initially what happen is we have storage, we call filer as well, SAN, NAS, or you can call simply storage for this discussion. So storage is connected, either we have from Cisco we have Nexus operating system, or Juniper has some fast switching, like Cisco SF they have some other a name for this same fast switching. So there is a layer of Nexus operating system switches 3000, 2000, and there may be other series as well, which is obviously connected to Nexus 5, 7 or 9K on the northbound. So what we have is the aggregation, or we can say distribution layer switches as well. So what happens is this storage, which has fiber connection on it, is connected with these Nexus operating system and Nexus 5, 7 or 9K. They are in virtual port channel. So if one of the fiber connection went down, still it doesn't matter, it has multiple connection. A strange thing is, or interesting thing is, storage of the NetApps I learned they support Cisco Discovery Protocol CDP. So they are in this storage are in part of the VPC, this domain. So what will happen is, if even if this switch down, still it will not matter because traffic can flow from here, um, like this. Or if this whole uh, link is down, this link still traffic can flow from here and then up here. So these switches are part of the VPC. So traffic can flow from here or traffic can flow from here. So what happen is these and more interesting part is nexus for this, these are the dead switches. So if this whole nexus 2K, 3K or 2K are connected, so the nexus will see, aggregation switch will see as gigabit 101/0/1 or 100/0 or /1, something like that. These switches are, when they talk to core switches, they are in VPC as well. So one scenario is on left and one scenario is on right. How this VPC works? So right side I have two VPC. If we see green, uh, this switch, aggregation switch, which is a nexus, is connected to another nexus, which I have seen is a VPC. Here are few links are going to switch A active, and this beacon we can say backup, as if we want to say that this links are going there. So these are port channels, these are port channels, but this total is virtual port channel. So this switch, which is I said aggregate 2B, will see will look northbound, physically two switches, but virtually this is one switch for him. So for him link is going like this, traffic is going flowing like this, and all the VLAN which is here, they are connected, which he want to flow the traffic from southbound. This has to be allowed on these two switches, so they can create a virtual port channel. Same on this aggregate 2A, 0 to A is creating VPC3. This is the VPC boundary. So what this aggregate 2A will see, core 2A and core 2B as one switch, and if this few links went down here, doesn't matter, traffic will flow from here, and if this whole went down or whole switch went down, still traffic can flow from here. Another setup is I have seen is where we have data center firewall, so DC firewall what we call. They have inside and outside domain. What we do is we create the VRF here for which we want the protection, because there are some VLANs which we just want to send to another data center, to disaster recovery data center, and we don't want any filtering, firewall, access rules, those things. But there may be, or most of the time there are VLANs, or there are traffic here which we want to protect and which we don't want to put them right. So what we do is we create VRF on these AG switches. We create VLANs, we put those VLANs in those AGs, in those VRF on AG switches, and we put them in outside interface, inside interface. And then this is like /29 subnet inside. So this VRF is connected with this active active firewall and standby firewall. These interfaces or sub interfaces are /29, and again on the north is /29, and they are connected. Now what will happen is, if this subnet would be part of this, here we will put static route, IP route 000, and then this is the subnet in that VRF. And what we do is we redistribute static connected in OSPF. So if this firewall went down, these subnets which are in VRF will not be available from here to here, and rest of the subnet will keep on flowing traffic on these links. So if we pay attention, these AG B has two connections with core A. One is going this way and another is straight here. Same for AG A, it has two connections here. This is OSPF, and if we pay attention here, this is going this way back to here. So this is OSPF. So VRF, VLAN, VRF, and then here on sub interface on firewall inside, and then outside sub interface in OSPF. That's how these subnets which are in VRF will be known to the whole domain through OSPF on core switches. There is no other way they can reach right straight. This is how we protect. There is now, this is stateful devices layer. What will happen here is we may have VPN firewall. So employee may be doing VPN, they will be coming here and they will be landing, and then they will, through the firewall they can reach these subnets. And if without firewall, they can reach either through this or through this, depends which subnet they want to reach. There may be internet firewall. So most important role of internet firewall would be introducing default route to this OSPF domain or to IGP domain. So data center traffic will go with through these switches, WAN switch A or B, to these other data centers without looking at default route. And on this ISP, if we pay attention here, these are the VLANs. These are different VLANs on the switches, nothing much. This is just layer 2, we don't need to do anything. So it can go to other data center, or it can go to internet ISP for local egress, internet or some other things. So VPN users will come through ISP, internet, and they will hit. But other data center can go through here. So this is all stateful pair of devices where we have the active standby mode. So most important part is to understand is this subnet is reachable through the firewall or without the firewall in IGP and to internet. That's where this whole designing works. And this is very common scenario, and this is very easy to understand, though it took me a few hours to go through that, but it's not tough, and it's common as well. So this was the whole idea behind this recording.